our focus has really been about cow care, and you know, we just know if we put good feed in front of the cows and really take care of them, they'll take care of us. And that's just an evolution where we just keep learning all the time how to do it better. I'm Walt Gladstone. We're here at Newmont Farm. I grew up on a small dairy farm, 34 cows is the size my dad's farm was back in upstate New York. Showed cattle, judged cattle growing up. Always knew I wanted to be a farmer. And my wife also, you know, grew up on a dairy farm. She also judged cattle. We actually happened to judge cattle at the same national contest, didn't know each other, and met years later. When Margaret and I met and got engaged, we were lucky enough to have this farm come up for auction 32 years ago, and we bought the farm at auction and started milking cows. My wife and I have 3 sons, Will, John, and Matt. Will and Matt are here on the farm and partners, and our middle son, John, is an independent truck driver that helps us with harvesting our fall pumpkin crop.
I was born and raised here on the farm. I've got 3 young daughters who really enjoy coming to the barn, very much like I did when I was a kid. We're currently milking just shy of 1,600. There's about 3,000 animals on the farm.
Well, I think that, you know, my wife and I, our true love really has been working with good cattle and making high quality milk. You know, we farmed for about 10 years here, milking about 120 cows. And during that time, we were also growing some wholesale sweet corn, about 70 acres of sweet corn and about 70 acres of wholesale pumpkins. You know, we felt like the dairy was just kind of treading water. The facilities were getting older, and so that's when we built a new barn, new parlor, and it was like getting a breath of fresh air. We thought we were starting farming all over. Will probably is our 6th generation farmer in our family, and the barns are different, but the people are a lot just the same, and we still have the same passion and love. But what we drive by and see is it's just that new technology, and sometimes I think we think about technology in a computer or your camera, but technology is just in this barn and how it's designed.
Technologies continue to change. Farm sizes have changed. In this barn, probably the big things that are new to us or have continued to improve. Everyone knows about LED lights. There's LED lights in here from an energy efficient standpoint. All the curtains on the sides of the barn go up and down with temperature, as well as there's actually a little gauge that when it senses rain, they'll close the curtains so the bedding won't get wet. So there's a lot of things from the curtains to the lights to how big the alleys are and how much more space we give cows nowadays to really make sure they have a really nice environment to be in. But we just recently started using these blue buttons that are in the cow's ears. Those are basically like a Fitbit. So we do put those tags in right before they would have a baby, and that does track their rumination, which would basically mean how often they're chewing their cud, which is a sign that they're healthy. And the other thing it does track too is movement and steps, so we can know if they're more active or less active. So that's a really big deal, and that information's constantly going to a computer so it can help us manage these cows better. Got brushes in most of the cow pens that those cows can go up to, and the motor will turn on and brush them. These cows can help groom themselves as they choose.
A very important part of our management is we are bedding with sand, and that's kind of the industry standard, is the most optimal soft for the cows to lay down, no inorganic matters. And we are, in some of our barns, having the manure stream go back to a building where all the manure and the sand is separated, and we actually are reclaiming the sand to then rebed the cows again. So we've got some recycling going on there.
After they've been born, they'll stay inside for about 12 hours, and we'll feed them colostrum twice, which would be milk from their mothers, the first milk. And then we would, depending on the time of year, put a calf blanket on them and put them outside. In the world we're living in, as far as social distancing, these calves are in hutches very much from the standpoint of the health of the calves. There are many people who make barns work as well as hutches. We prefer the hutches. It is cold during the winter though, or hot during the summer, but these calves seem to do really well and thrive.
We've always said the people come first and the cows come second. So I'd really like to have you meet this gal that is, she's our calf manager, and just clearly just demonstrates, you know, we really are proud of the people that are helping us, and we'd like you to meet her.
I'm Carolina. I'm working with the calves, and I take care of them. I feed them. I feed with the meal, with the grain, and if some calf is sick, I give a treatment. Well, my job is that I want to see them happy and healthy.
And she does a great job.
Super job.
Farming with my family. Yep, my dad was a farmer, and you know, there's a lot going on here, obviously, but it's fun to do it with my sons. And really, when I say family, I mean all the people that help us wake up and do what we do every day, and to put out a quality product and, you know, feel proud about what we're doing, being part of our community.
I'm the most proud and get the most excited about working with my family as well, but also to change and trying to do better every day with our cows and our land and our people. That's what gets me excited, is to continue to do better and find ways to be excited about being in this industry. We're in a great industry. There's a lot to be excited about.